Hello there everybody, it's Wyatt. Today I briefly wanted to display how to reorder your prayers and spellbook within old school RuneScape. I've had some new friends join the game recently, and I wanted to make sure that there is an appropriate guide for all of the information. So in this case, let's get started with enabling the ability to reorder your prayer book and spellbook. If you want your prayer book to look something like this, or your spellbook to look something like this, where it no longer has the lower tier spells, this is how we do it. Upon entering Runelite, you'll see in the top right portion a wrench. If we hover over that wrench, you'll see it is denoted as configuration. If we click this and then enter the leftmost tab at the top, we can look for the prayer plugin right here. We can make sure this is enabled by toggling this little button here, and we can do the same with spellbook. Spellbook right here. And just to show you that these are indeed the correct plugins that we're addressing, I'll flick to my prayer book here and toggle this on and off. You'll see these come back and go away as I turn it off and on. It'll be the same for the spellbook right here. Anyway, now that we have those enabled, we can get to reordering and hiding and filtering for both our prayer book and our spellbook. So we're going to do this by right-clicking the icon for prayer on our bar and hitting Enable Prayer Reordering. Once we click this button, the background of the interface will take on this reddish color, and if we wish to hide a prayer, we can right-click the prayer and hit hide. So if let's say I wanted to hide rapid restore for some reason, I can do this. But in this case, I do use rapid restore on occasion, so let's keep it unhidden for now. Let's say I really wanted these three prayers here at the bottom right to be in a different order. I'm going to click the icon. It'll take on a different color outside of that reddish hue, and we can drag and drop very simply. Drag and drop. And once we're okay with our selection, we can right click this icon again and hit Disable Prayer Reordering. Once that's done, our prayer book will take an appearance that reflects the changes we've made. In this case, it will be the same with our spellbook. If I right click my spellbook and hit Enable Spell Reordering, you'll see this is what the spellbook would normally look like, and it takes on that reddish hue once more. In this case, my magic level is now 99, and I usually do not use lower tiers of certain spells. And as I get older and my eyes change, we'll say, I find it very useful to make the icons bigger. And so I've hidden things like basic reanimation, ghostly grasp, etc. This is the same process as reordering and hiding prayers. If you are okay with your selection and your changes, you can right-click this icon once more and hit Disable Spell Reordering, and that will be nice and done for you. Now, let's move on to filtering. What is it, and why is it useful? Mostly on the spellbook, it is useful in the case that you are in a scenario and want to make your icons a little bit bigger. I do not often use the teleport spells on the Arceus spellbook. However, I do enjoy using the combat and utility spells. So let's turn off by hitting the filters button down here. This will appear in a similar place within both your spellbook and your prayer book, as you can see. We can click the filter button, and I can turn off the teleport spells. There are plenty of options here to play around with, but most importantly I want to display to you that it will make the icons larger that remain. This is very, very nice. This is most often what my spellbook will look like, and this is most often what my prayer book will look like when you reach higher prayer level or magic level in the game. These are very, very useful features, and I hope this guide was very, very clear in how you can enable these features in Runelite, how to perform these in the game, and the potential benefits. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope this helped you. Bye-bye.